Hey girls, look what I have this morning. I'm just making a few adjustments and hoping that my Facebook cooperates too. And it's not so laggy like it was the other day. So let's see here. Just go ahead and enjoy those donuts. You gotta have coffee and donuts this morning with me. Those are really nice. My husband decided that he would treat me to Jerry's Donuts. The only problem is I don't want to gain any more weight back that I've already lost. Not that I'm on a diet, but I was forced to not eat after I got sick. So anyways, I just thought we'd look at them. This one's cream filled, that one's cream filled, but they're just a little bit different creams. But they're homemade here in Rapid City. They're just so good. All right, finally, I think my computer is going up. I usually don't have trouble with Apple products. Unfortunately, my little laptop is having some issues, and that's the only way that I can find comments for you guys so I can answer, and it's still not loading. I do see Darletta. Hey, hi. Happy Scrapbook Day. Let's see if I can reload this page again. And that's why I gave you something pretty to look at. So if you want to get a beverage and something to munch on, you should do that. And yeah, this computer's not going to cooperate, is it? Oh, come on. I don't know, girls. Sure hope this, let me reload the whole thing. I'll go on the other side and work on this. I'm sorry about the delay, but if I don't have comments, I'm not going to be able to, you know, have some fun. I want to have fun with you girls. So I hope everybody's having a great Saturday and you're all getting a chance to craft. That would be fun. That's what I'm looking forward to, is doing some crafting today. And then grocery shopping, of course. I forgot to do that this week. Too many things going on. Oh, yay. Okay, girls, this looks better. Okay. So I hope this works. At least I have the photo on my Facebook computer. All right, so you're probably all done looking at this, right? Nobody wants any? I wish I could give you all one of these. They're really good. Nice hot coffee and donuts in the morning. I'm gonna take these away so we can get started. And I need glasses. Trying to see if these comments are not coming in. Gina, oh, I haven't seen you in so long, Gina. Welcome. Rosie is watching. Cool. Sorry about my comments, girls. They're lagging. The internet with this little computer is not working so good. Okay, I'm going to make a layout because it's scrapbook day. Even though you can use paper or whatever you want to do, it's just a great craft day, but I like to scrapbook and I love paper. I'm sure you girls all love paper. I love paper. Hi, Katia. Good morning. It's early for you, isn't it? So, everybody will be making some stuff and putting it out. And, aw, thanks, Katia. It's like 4 years old. So it was really difficult to find photos because we had that fire about 3 years ago and a lot of them are gone. So I was digging, trying to go like, what am I going to do with this? How, you know, what kind of photo should I use? And I thought, oh, this is good. I wanted a big one. I just want one big one for a focal. And I like I'm into this mode of a little bit of steampunk, but this is my style. This is me. This is my style. These are my colors. And I picked this because you know, your birthday is just a number, and you're always who you think you are. You don't have to be 50, 60, 40. You can be whatever you want in your own mind, in your own attitude. And so us women, you know, I just kind of wanted to celebrate that and just say, hey, here's the numbers. I'm like probably number, none of these, probably 40-ish, but in reality, I'll be 57 this summer. So it happens, but I don't feel like it. Anyways, we have a birthday today on our team, Melissa Andrews. She is having a birthday, and she'll be live at, I think it's 6 o'clock Mountain Time, sharing her fun ideas and skills with us. And so that'll be fun. Let's see here. Melissa's on. Hello, girl. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I don't sing good, so I'm not going to try. And Mackie, nice to see you. Oh, thank you. Great, yeah, the number thing. It's only a number. Okay, so I'm sorry that there's glare. I hope there isn't too much of a glare, but I'm trying to get some decent lighting going. See if I can lessen it. First of all, I will put this on a scrapbook page instead of a canvas because I'm running out of canvas rooms. Plus, it's just me. It's not my family. So, but you can do that, and I've done that before, and someday I'm positive I'm going to show you how this goes. But I like to use, and I do save cardboards from things, and this, I love the coagulated, I'm not real great at saying certain things. And the reason is because you can rip it and show pieces, and then you can get in there and paint. Or you can use some of the pieces in your mixed media. So, I kind of like that. I save it. And what I'm going to do later on is probably use this as somewhere or for sentiments. We'll see how that goes. And before I get this part started, to go with this, I'm using Scrapbook FX and then some little wooden things I got at Hobby Lobby, and I need to paint these before I start. So just going to open this one up, and I have the Tonic Nouveau sprays, and I have a couple left. My problem is I never clean my spray, so these guys are stuck. So I decided to try something new. I don't know if it'll work or not. And I put them in my little water bottles. And I think the whole thing is there's a lot of mica glitter in here and it gets stuck. So we're gonna check this out. Probably should have put that on paper towel, which I have. But we have a few ScrapFX embellishments in the store for anybody who's interested. And let's see, I'm going to put this right this way so that you guys can see better if I know where we're at. I should have done the washi tape like Amy does, which is actually real smart. Hi, Angela. Nice to see you this morning. We finally get sun and no snow. But I did hear up in my area we're supposed to get some snow on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with rain. I'm like, really? Again? This has been a real snowy year. So let's see if these work. I don't know if they'll work, but sure hoping, because with this, I just saturate, and most of these they take this Nouveau Mica Mist, where some will not take it, but this scrapbooking ScrapFX chipboard, sorry, this one's being a little light on me, usually does really well absorbing. And otherwise I did bring down some powders and waxes. These things don't want to absorb as well as the app ScrapFX. That's why I really love ScrapFX. This is from Hobby Lobby, and this is ScrapFX. You can see the shiny. I love it, and it's gonna look really good on there, but I'm trying to get a little bit more blue in, and you just got to keep on it. I might have to gesso those, or if I don't want to, I can always ink. And I'll show you, I'm sure you guys have seen this before, the Picket Fence Studios, and these are like going like hotcakes. I don't know if I might have one set left, not sure. Because people are buying. We have a sale right now. It's 25% off your purchase. New arrivals and digital stamps are not included. Look at all these pretty brushes. They come in a nice carrying case. They're all wrapped in plastic. So if you want to get in on the sale, it's 25% off, and the code word is Scrappy. So it only is today, ends at midnight my time, Mountain Time. So I just wanted to tell you. And look at these brushes. They're so pretty and soft, really soft. Melissa got hers. She's really happy. She used hers last night and she loves them. Yeah, they are. And I like these little teeny ones because I have this issue of gluing something down and forgetting to edge it. I don't know why I do that. I just get ahead of myself, but that's okay. So if I need to ink anything, that will be it. All right, let's get some gold on this. The blue's being stubborn, so we'll mix her up. Okay. And these are being stubborn. Some are going, some are not. The blue, don't know what the deal is. It's not going on as well, and it usually does. So we will just put some concentrated blue. Otherwise, I will have to get in there and do some powders and inks, which is fine. That's what this is all about. Just kind of go with the flow and see what happens. You know? There, just kind of dabbing it on is good. The gold is adhering real nice. But we just need some color in there. I got a lot of color going on in there. So this seems to help a little bit. For some reason, the spray, maybe I had too much water in the stem of this. It seems awfully watery. But this is fine. We'll just get some blue. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I can always gesso, ink, whatever we want. But let's see here. I brought down my oxides. Well, one oxide and one vintage photo of distressed ink. And it all depends on what I want to do. So I brought that down, and I thought we try some powder. This is a clay color, and it's Memory Hardware from Prima. Frank Garcia makes it. It's under his line. And then Finnabare's Antique Brilliance wax from Mystic Turquoise. That maybe we try these on this also. There's just lots of different ways to color chipboard. And this chipboard, what I like is it takes things really well, and you can overwork this if you need to. Yeah, it's antique and worn. And yeah, I like it. Some of the other chipboard, you can only squirt one time and that's it, and you have to leave it. Otherwise, it's ruined. I don't know. There's just different companies, different pieces of papers and stuff that they put together that makes the difference. So I'm going to set these aside and go and look. This is really pretty. And we have to let that dry a little bit. But I'm just going to dip these right on my ink pad. See how dark it gets? So that'll look nice in there, but there's still a lot of darkness in that palette that I have. So I need to do something a little different with it. And you can use embossing powders also. These actually embossed are beautiful too. All right, we'll do one more with my ink pad. I'm hoping I'm in the right spot. Yeah, the computer is really lagging. Let's see what's up. Oh, thank you, Melissa, for doing the link to the brushes. I appreciate it. So there, we got some brown. Well, let's see what the oxide is gonna do for the blue. This one has hair on it. That's the problem when you have long hair. Probably nobody wants to use my inks. It gets in my stuff. Oh my goodness. Look at that pretty blue. See? You can change it up. I like the blue, and I think it's going to match really nice with that layout a little bit. It has different kind of blues in there, but at least we want something different. So I'm going to just let these dry because I'll probably do some more stuff to them. Because you know, I can't just leave it like one color. We got to do something. So I think I'll be working on these other two things with it. All right, these should not take long to dry. I'm just gonna put these over here. Make sure, yeah, that's still a little wet. So I'm gonna move this over. This is wet. Get my other paper towel out because we don't want my paper to get wet. And I'll do some more prep work. Scrapbook pages are easy. And then sometimes you think, oh, this will be really easy. It'll go really fast, and it doesn't. So you just never know. So I want to use this to build up my base, and it's just not quite the right size as my paper. So what I'm gonna do is get my great big board out. I know I just don't have a small one or in between, but I'm going to measure this, which is a shocker, right? I'm going to measure and cut this. And we'll see how it cuts. Sure hope it cuts for me. And I just want a hair short of the measurement on this paper because I don't want this to show because it is white. And if it shows, then I will have to, you know, edge it probably, which is fine. No problem there. Probably should edge the paper anyway because I like doing it. So this one will have to get cut just a smidge. Let's see here, making sure. Pretty good. This cut pretty good. All right, I'll put this away. So the paper is a little bit bigger, or not. Oh, I need to chop some more off this edge because I don't want it to show. And I will probably have to do something with that. But I do want a little bit more off. Okay. Leave it back. I know this is really thick under here, but that's okay because it builds my page, and thank goodness this is sharp. All right, this will be better. Won't show as much. So you just, you know, cut it a little bit, just a little bit there. So yeah, it's white, kind of white on the side. So what I'm gonna do is run my vintage photo around it. That's what I like about these ink pads, these distressed ink pads, because it's really the edges that are gonna show. Come on, computer. Hi, Mel. It's great to see you. I hope you're gonna have a crafty day with us today. So after me, a few hours towards lunchtime, that'd be 12 Mountain Time, my time, Amy's gonna come on. Hopefully I'm not wrecking the, am I going too fast and stopping the, I know some people where it blurs. Hopefully not. Anyway, Amy's coming on. I'm assuming she's gonna do some coloring for us. And we should have some games going on. And I do have an awesome giveaway. And we have, of course, all you girls are just amazing, and guys. I think we have a couple of guys in our group, but they don't talk too much. But we're all good crafters. We're all good friends. This is a good, wonderful group. I never see negativity, and I appreciate that very much from you. Thanks, Katia. So I'm really, really happy. Now I could do this with this, but what I will do for you is show you how to do the brush with it instead. So I just want to say that we are over 1,500 members. So it's a really nice amount for us. It's growing every day. I mean, we're adding people every day. I always have to remember to be soft when I do this. But see how it just rubs it right in? These brushes are really nice to use. Really, really, really easy. And you can go layer, layer, layer with these. So with the 1,500 new members and over, because we had added some more, I decided to go way back to January when we first launched this new website. And that's when our membership really started to grow. So I wanted to make sure to include everybody, and I did. I have 2 prizes, and I did random drawings, and I could tell you all the names. Hi, Julie. Nice to see you this morning. I could tease you and not tell you the names, but I do have a really nice prize package, and it's stuff from 7 Kids Store. And I got to tell you that Amy and her sister sponsored this, so it's also a gift from them. And we've been waiting for our crew to grow, and we kind of looked at, you know, we're just going to do a random draw of our new members just to say thank you and hello. And so we have Maria Russell is one winner. And then we have another winner. Her name is Kelly Booth. And I will write that down today and tag the girls, Maria Russell and Kelly Booth. And that way you girls, I'll tag them and they'll know and they can claim their prizes. But we'll have some other opportunities and games going on here too. And I'm thinking after I'm done with all this, we have our vendor of the month and product of the month. That's always 20% off all month long. So Mama Elephant is our vendor of the month. We love Mama Elephant. And the product is Nuvo. So I have some Nuvo drops. When I am done, the random winner will be picked from the audience that's watching me right now. So make a comment, tell me you're here, and you'll be included in the random drawing for a Nuvo drop. So that'll be your prize today for listening to my boring, chitter chatter while I'm making this scrapbook page. But I'm trying to hurry along, sorry. I talk a lot sometimes. And I'm usually not a morning person, but today I got up really early. One of the dogs decided it had to go outside. So I have like this border done, real soft. This is such a beautiful brush to blend with, easy to blend. It does a nice job without, and if you go blotchy, I mean, just keep on blending. And I'm not pushing very hard, but you can see where my blotches are disappearing. And I want it to kind of have an aged look too. So that's done, and I'm going to turn it over. I am using Stamperia paper pads. This is good name. Let's see. It's got the unicorn on it. Shoot, I can't remember the name. The other one is Alchemy, and I love their vintage papers. They're so my style. They do a lot of fun things. Oh no. Okay, girls, look at this. This is puppy damage. So I need my tape, so let's see if I can fix it quick. This is going to be interesting how this is coming apart. Those sweet doggies. I might have to get another roll if this isn't going to cooperate. We love our dogs. So it happens, right? Oh my goodness, this one's real bad. Yep, I have a puppy. She's 1 year old on actually tomorrow. She's 1 year old. Tiny little Shih Tzu. She's only 8 pounds. And she loves to chew and chew and chew. So I know this is really getting to be a mess here. She really did chew through this quite a bit. So, you know, I hate to have lumps in my tape because I don't want it to show through, but I'm trying to get the tape off my finger. Hopefully, that's what I like about score tape. Sometimes, this is working now. Sometimes it'll get a lumpy, but it smooths out pretty good. I'm gonna get this tape on quick. And, you know, I have a few tape runners for traditional scrapbooking as well. That's like way back when. I gotta tell you, way back when, before all this all started, I started with scrapbooking and I never made cards. So this lady in Minnesota, beautiful, nice, generous lady I met, and she would have us over, and we could come over once a week, twice a week, once a month, whatever. But once a week, she would make us a gourmet meal and could, oh my goodness, beautiful house, beautiful kitchen, and it was just amazing. And this lady is just phenomenal. She would make us gourmet meal with wine, and we'd sit out on her terrace. And in the basement, she was a creative memories consultant. And in the basement was her scrapbook area. And we were able to use everything she had for scrapbooking. I'm going to try really hard not to screw this up. I'm always one person that puts everything on crooked. So I was really got introduced and spoiled rotten in scrapbooking. She was wonderful. Then we did that. I did that a few years, and I really got some beautiful books made. She taught us techniques. That was like the best experience. She moved, we moved, and you know, that's just how that goes. But it was really a good memory for me. Okay, now photo time. So it's just kind of blending in there. And what do I want to do to offset this a little bit? Well, I got my friend during our scrapbook retreat makes these books. So if Dawn's watching, excuse me, but I'm using the book. So she knows me. Anyway, I love these papers that she used, and it goes really well with my theme. So I don't know, I'm just thinking, looking at this, choosing a paper, you know, like kind of putting a tag out there, you know, just kind of highlighting a little bit. I don't know if this blue is gonna actually work or not. You know, sometimes you just want a little bit of a highlight, but not a lot of a highlight. Something like that, maybe. But I also have my scrapbook piece, which I could put under here, which would look really cool too. I think I might do that. They're still a little wet. Then I have the corner, which I can do. So, okay, gotta have a plan. We're gonna do that. First, I'm gonna put these on. These are still wet, and I wanna work with these, so I may have to use the dryer, which is always loud. But it's kind of fun, you know, to do something a little different. So, where's my little tape runner? Thought I had it, or not. Oh yeah, and I also brought doilies because I'm a doily person. So this page is like my style, all about my style. So, you know, we could layer it up a little bit more. That's more me. you know, but I need to keep that blue, need to keep a little bit of different, and I need to keep this in check. So before we tape it on, it would probably be a good idea if I pull this together a little bit and make sure that it blends, and it kind of does. So like this really blends in there, which is okay, because who knows what I'm going to put there, because I have other trinkets that I brought down. We have these really cool looking buttons with numbers on them. Let's see. I have some little ones to probably mix them up. So that's an option along the side here. You know, you could always put one in the corner up there too. And a lot of times I'm going to edge this doily, because when I use the doily I edge, and of course we have these papers. So before I tape it down, I'm going to edge. My computer keeps shutting off. I love doilies too. They're fun. Let me put this over here. Put this over here. So let's, after looking at it, I'm kind of looking at the distressed oxide a little bit on the doily. Going a little different route. I'm going to save that brush for that one. And we'll get this brush out for the oxide. Now I have not done these brushes with oxides. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, look at that nice blend. Really, really pretty. So it's not so starky white, but yet it's I want it to be somewhat white. You know, to kind of, there is white in my paper. And I love color, and I just want to show it off a little bit. And you don't have to go all the way around the doily, because it is going to be all covered up. Just these little edges. But what I like is it gets in, look at how thin that line is. It gets in right in every little crevice. So you can get real thick with it, or you can go thin with it. Yeah, it's pretty cool, these brushes. Like if I want to go really thin, we have this one I used the other night. And I should probably move this. Girls, I'm sorry if I get out of your view. And I'm going to use this real thin one. I just love how it just brushes on there. And then I'll show you. This is a real light one, and it just goes on the edge, right on the edge. I mean, you can barely tell. Oops, okay, so I missed the edge. But this is a real nice edger. Gets right in there. It goes where you put it, and then this one, the round one, is the blender. See, it blends it out. Look at that. Just blends everything out so nicely. So you can, sorry about the hair and hair. Oh my gosh. This mat is a Ken Oliver mat, and I love it. But when you get something on there, it doesn't come off until you wash it off. So while I'm crafting, I don't know, these little things are falling, and it's making a issue out of my mat. Sorry about that mess, but okay. Faded Jeans Distressed Oxide is what I used on that piece of doily. And I'm going to swap over and do these edges with Vintage Photo Distressed Ink. You know, and this one goes however I want it to go. No big deal. The doily, I kind of want to stay a little bit. Are you guys looking? Is able to see? I'll move it over, I guess. There. Okay. We'll just get it so you can kind of see it without. See, look at how dark. When I push hard, this goes dark. I'm a heavy-handed person, so that's just the way I am, and yeah, everything goes dark easy on me. So this has some rust in it. I brought this powder, and I'm going to use this probably on those chipboards, but I have the powder from Frank Garcia, and I have these little brushes. There we go, we found one. And, you know, these are fun to use. They're just, you know, you have to kind of set it or not touch it for a little while, but I like this copper and it goes with the rest. And I could have brought in, I do have distressed ink, that rusty hinge, but I also like using the powder. I should probably make sure I'm in the photo or where you guys are. So I use a brush. This is what he recommends and it works real good. Okay, so a brush works really good. How about one of these? So it's working. You just have to kind of pounce in, a little pouncing, just to get that powder worked into the brush and worked into your paper. So it's a little different than using the brush, where the brush just automatically makes it go better. I'll show you. So I just want to edge this a little bit because this side will show, so I'm going to edge all the way down this side because this one will show. And when I tuck it, I just want it a little bit, but I want to keep that blue in there for sure. Okay, so the powder we'll set aside because I'll probably use it on the other trinkets over there. And I have these all done. We'll put this away and wipe this off so it doesn't get a teeny bit of water. We don't want this to ruin the paper. Maybe a little more than a teeny, right, girls? And that's what I like about this mat. And if you want one, I can order you one in. The big one like this is about $60 retail, and I think he has a smaller one now. Not sure the price on the smaller one. Making sure this is all dry. Okay, well, let's put this together. But anytime you need anything and I don't have it in the store, if it's possible, I can order in. It's not, sometimes I can't, but if I can, I'll definitely do that for you. All right, so we wanted to go this way. These will be covered. Make sure. So I want that like right about there. Okay. And have you guys ever worked with these? Talk about tangling something up. I do all the time. All the time. I don't know why, but I am not a gentle crafter at all. So, hi Erin. Erin Thompson, nice to see you. She will be starting with us in June. One of our new designers that we hired on. And she's the sister to Melissa, the birthday girl, Melissa Andrew. Really, really happy to have Erin join us. She's going to add more personality to our group. We had like the most awesome girls. They're so fun and sweet, very talented. We just have a real happy group. We're really, really lucky, aren't we, girls? So, pretty exciting. In June, she'll start with us. She has a blog and stuff, and oh my gosh, when I saw what she does, I'm like, oh, beautiful, very beautiful work. But she loves flowers. I can't color flowers, so kind of jealous. She colors them so beautifully, but I can't get them done right. But that's okay. I get to enjoy everybody else's. So, a little bit of tape. I just want to see, kind of maybe that way. Making sure the tape sticks. So does anybody have anything special planned today? Or are you just gonna craft all day or just hang out here with us while we show you some stuff? Just curious. Tape, tape, tape. So I know the weather here today is really nice. Then it's gonna get icky again, but I'll have to get outside today to enjoy it. And then next week's Mother's Day. And I believe for Mother's Day, I'm going to do a sale. So all us moms can save money on our crafting supplies. Isn't that awesome? You can tell your husbands and children to come and get you a gift certificate in the store. I know we had those. And those are always fun, isn't it? You know, to get gift certificates for more crafty items. My husband never did that. He usually gives me flowers because I love hanging flowers. So that's what I got, which I was totally happy with that. Melissa, you're gonna craft and shop. What a smart girl. Okay, so I want to kind of get this over a little bit. So right on the edge. There we go. Just making sure. I got tape on my finger. My score tape's a little messed up. Okay. So I have little bits showing, little bit showing, but we can always do something with that little bit. So I'm going to put this on, the photo, and we'll score tape it on. Anybody else going to craft and shop today? Or do your gardening, flower beds, knitting, crocheting. I mean, there's just so much fun out there, hiking. Anything fun? Or for Mother's Day, anybody do anything or have anything planned fun for Mother's Day? Card making. Hi, Kimberly. Nice that you joined us. Card making. Yep, that's a good one. Okay, so hopefully I don't mess this up and do it wrong. Like I said, I always do everything crooked. And when you have score tape, we're crooked. See, when you have score tape, it's not, you're done. It's hard to get it off paper, but it's crooked and it's okay because I just do this all the time. If I got this perfect, everybody would think that someone else did it. So this piece is done, which I want to put in the middle of this. Kinda in the middle. Tilt it? No. Probably in the middle. To me, this page says stick it in the middle, but you know, it's kind of lacking some stuff here. So I love gauze, and this is something I use a lot of. And it's nice. I did not treat it. I didn't dye this one. So I just think I'm going to stick a little bit out here and there. So I'm just going to wad this up a bit and just snip because I don't want it perfect. Find another crinkly. I love crinkles. Go a little bit longer. Okay. So usually I glue all that underneath something, but today, because it's a scrapbook page, we're just gonna have to lift and decide. Like this is a real nice piece. It's already rattled up, but I have to probably tuck it. I like to tuck everything. But yeah, I just want a little bit of interest. So just stick stuff underneath, let it come out a little bit. I know I like that one up there. This one might be too long, but it's so cool looking. I think I'll snip this one and do one up there. So we're going to tape and attach it. And we'll do this one up here. I sure hope you girls keep pushing these out of the way. I'm so sorry. Trying to keep it so you girls can see what I'm doing. The gauze is a cheesecloth I got. Williams Sonoma store, and they use it for like their teas and their French press, stuff like that. And I used to, way back when, get it like from other stores from Europe. I used to do a lot of European shopping, and I just love it. So then a lot of those stores closed up, and I found it here in the States at Williams Sonoma, and probably some more kind of cooking stores like that will probably carry it. So it just kind of sets it off a little bit. I like to put it on my cards. You know, sets it off, not overdone, just a little bit. I can always put more, like I can stretch this out and put more down here maybe, but see, I still want to use this, so I just don't know that I want to put that on yet. These are still wet, so we should probably get those going because I'm almost ready for those as well. So I think before I get these going, I should get these on the drier side here, and then tape this down so we have it in place, and then we'll get the rest of the stuff on it. So it's kind of simple, and this is, you know, in a traditional book, I'm trying to keep it somewhat flat so that the cover sheets that protect your photos will, you know, go over these. Sometimes they don't, but I do have bulky pages, and that's why sometimes when I run a lot of bulk, I'll put it on a canvas and show it in the living room or wherever it fits. So I might as well get this taped on. Score tape works so good, and it's held all my stuff for all the time I've been doing this. So, and I could use fatter score tape, but I did not take it out of the store. I have these ladies that clean me out. They do books and cards. Nonprofit. I have a 90-year-old customer, sweet. Her name is Flossie. She does missionary cards, and her daughter is a missionary, so she takes those with her and she gives them out to people. I'm already losing my voice. This is sad, talking too much. And so she's one person that uses a lot of score tape. Then I have a lady here in town that I got to know through the retreat, and she's in her 70s and very historic. She loves history. I love talking to her because she's full of information, but she does Graphic 45 books, and she's going to do a big sale this fall at a event center in Hill City, and she's going to sell, she's making 75 books, I think she said, total, because she sells them otherwise. I mean, people they take them with to their craft shows and sell them for her, or she'll make one of a kind. I mean, these women love her books, and I've seen them and they're beautiful. She puts a lot of love into her books. So she takes up a lot of my tape too, which is just fine. So I tend to not go in and use products if I don't really need to, and I'm okay with these little itsy bitsy pieces because I want my customers to have their access to them. I can get anything anytime. I would rather see them have it. Okay, so we're almost done. We're kind of getting ready for the embellishment. So I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to get a better piece of paper towel. And I don't know why I do this with these, but it's because it absorbs. It's still a little wet. And I could do it on here, but it absorbs really well. Here's a clump of tape. So we have some colors to work with. And here's my powder. I want to put some powder on. Just going to drop some out. And I should get a drink of water, excuse me. I'm always dry. Out here in South Dakota, on the west side, in the Black Hills is where I live, it is very dry out here. And so I'm like water all the time. There. I just love powder on here. Just kind of wisping it around a little bit. It's pretty. So the color on, oh, I can't tell you the color. It's all covered up. I'll have to tell you the color when I'm done. But it's a coppery look. Just smidgen a little bit here and there. That's what I like. A little bit of coloring. So this is a nice piece. It's nice and thick and it's big. Some of the little pieces can be a challenge. Okay. So I have these blue pieces and I'm going to put some powder on them. Kind of make them look a little rustic. Like this. Thank you, Melissa. I know my comments are really behind with everything. I'm sorry. Okay. And what is it? Stamperia has like this shabby chic. Am I even in the view? Sorry, girls. I keep doing this to you. I need to get that tape on. There, this is better. I need to move over, really. Okay, sorry about that. But Stamperia has this kind of shabby chic kind of embossing powder where it has some metals. It's got some chunks, whites, blues, pinks, whatever colors. Oh my gosh, it's just so cool. I love it. Really, really do. So, yep, just putting some powder on. And that's like, you know, not a big deal, not real messy. Little bit of mixed media going on with it. And then I have this nice corner piece up here. Just gonna put some on up here a little bit. It's harder to see when it's a thinner line, but it's on there. Okay, so we're going to put that down. I'm going to take the wax out. Mystique Turquoise. I have a lot of waxes in stock. The powder's sold out now. I don't have any, but I have a lot of waxes. Waxes are fun. So this always smells like a beehive. And I always take the top off sometimes. For some reason, when they sit too long, like this one, obviously, you have to just kind of clean the top off to get the color. That's just the way they work. Okay, because it's really a pretty blue. And sometimes when you put these on, you're like, that's not the color that it says on the bottle. And you're right. They don't always show up like you think they do. So I've learned that. And so I kind of go on to Finnabar's site because she always demonstrates on different stuff. So then you can kind of see what these colors are really going to look like. But I can tell you it's only a few that will do this where you think it's going to be real dark, but it's not. Or you think it's going to be light and it's not. So just want to make sure I'm got you here. I'm adjusting. Yeah, the blue is pretty. Hi, Kelly. I love the waxes. Yes, Katya Frontage from Stampendas. Yeah. And I love the waxes. Waxes are, I use a lot of them. And look, you just only have to swipe a little bit and they just go right on. And you know, I'll dry do it too. Like you don't have a ton on, but I just want to get them in just for color. I just want something to highlight things, and that's what they're great for. And then some of the purpley reds, oh man, they're just so cool to work with. And silver is a really good staple. Gold is another really good staple. But see, I don't know if you can see this or not, but you can see how the gold from the mica mist that I put on, and then the copper color powder and the blue mystic turquoise kind of goes together, and it's just so cool. It just transforms things, makes them more fun. And the colors are always a more muted with these lighter colors. And with the chipboard, you can see these little itty bitty lines. Hopefully I can show you. These little bitty lines come out even more. It's hard to capture sometimes. I don't know if this light would help. Is that better? It's really good. They're beautiful. The waxes really are. I'm just going to smear it on some more, just to get some color. You know, you don't have to be perfect. You know, they just go all over. So this one has the same blue and coppery and gold tone in it. Yeah, this is going to be a mess, but it washes off really easy. Soap and water. And, you know, I'm just going to do a little bit. Don't want to cover all of it. Need some browns. So then with some of this, then with the wax on it, like this, a little bit of wax, I'll show you. Just a little bit. What I like is you can go as dark as you want, heavy as you want, but you can take this powder back over and it adheres to the wax you just put on. But it also kind of changes it up. I need to pop that out of there. There we go. It'll change it up a little bit, make it not so bluish if you want it more antique-y. And then you can always layer more wax over it. You know, layers and layers, because you can see how it takes the brown down, but it leaves it there. And then you can add, and because it's wet, it blends better. It's not so stark. This one's a little one. So you can see how it blends better versus this one is not quite as blended. This one is. This one's a little bit here and there. And you can see in the light, the metallic. So it's kind of fun playing around with the waxes, making, you know, I want some more blue. Now sometimes if you get too much on, good luck getting it back off, but if you're using a chipboard, it blends in. I just want some of this to show up a little bit better, and it's okay to do multiple coats, but you have to kind of go real light-handed so you don't overdo it. There. I think we're done with all this. So I used Mystic Turquoise, and I do have, I think, did I sell the last one, or I might have one more? I'm all out of powders right now, but this one's called Clay. La Chapelière Clay. Frank always has these really cool words. So that's almost there. I mean, they're going to be dry in seconds, but I'm going to set these over here. I need to wash my hands a little bit over here. Get my hands a little wet. Usually when I'm at my kitchen sink, you know, I have my scrubby on there. So how's it going, girls? I must be caught up on comments, it looks like. I'm craving one of them donuts behind me. I can smell that one. It's so sweet in my coffee. But I figured if I eat one, then it's a lot of sugar. And since I've been sick, I can't eat a whole lot of sugar and milk. Then it puts me in a sugar coma. And it's like you almost can't even think. You're just lethargic. It's crazy. It's not fair. The things you go through. But that's the norovirus that I got, so you definitely don't want that. Oh my gosh, it was nasty. So let's see, we don't want to use that. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I like the idea of putting some buttons on here, but I think we'll put these on first. And I usually glue these down with glossy accents. I like this right here. What do you guys think? That looks kind of cool. I have to get my glossy accents. Forgot to bring them on this side. All right. I love how it just kind of hugs. So you can still see where it's a little wet. And the thing with glossy accents is it kind of bleeds a little bit out. There, got the cover off. So, and then on top of it, I've cut this one down. I have to be real careful. I don't want to overdo it, which I always do, but it's stuck. It's stuck. All right, where's my pin? I know this, he has like a bottle you can put this in so it won't get stuck like that, but I have not invested in it. There we go. All right. I use glossy accents a lot, but I gotta be careful. See, it just comes out real fast. So I don't want this to get all over the photograph and the whole thing, but just even that little small amount will be enough to hold that on once it's dry. Okay, I'm just gonna push it down a little bit. I love glossy accents, but I don't love it when it leaches out onto stuff. I know there's some other glues out there. And I think I have to check out, there's one, I haven't checked it out yet, but I have my eye on one that's just as good as an adhesive. However, it doesn't show. This one will be fun to play with glossy accents. It doesn't show the shiny, it dries clear, but it has that same nice adhesive ability that this one has. So I'm just kind of being really careful not to glob, because once you do, you're done. Like that side is a little globby. Okay. I'm going to put this up here in the corner. See what I mean? Right here. It's going to show. So when you have these shiny spots, you know, with this intricate because of glossy accents. What I do is that powder I just showed you. I have numerous colors of that powder, so yeah. I will take a toothpick and I can pick some of it out, but the powder, I put that powder in there when it's dry, and it actually works, and it takes away that gloss, and then it blends in. So I do have a blue powder that I'll do that with. I did not bring down my Q-tips and stuff. Totally didn't bring that down here. Anyway, if I was in my craft room, I'd be picking some of this out with my Q-tip. Use a Q-tip or a little picker. Depends on how intricate. So it's broken right here a little bit, so I just kind of want to make sure I get this adhered down. So when I'm done with it, the shiny stuff should be covered up. But for now, we'll just leave it on here like it is. Let it dry. Don't be stubborn. This one wants to pop up. Oh, Sheila, good morning. You missed all the donuts, Sheila. Okay, this is gonna stick where it is. And we have a little glossy accent leakage. But I'll fix it with powder. Okay, so I had those gears and I could put those in, but I really like the buttons. These little ones, big ones. Let's see. This was like one of my favorites. I'm gonna put one up here. I just love how these go. You can just kind of put them that way, just something different. Maybe too many buttons on there. Maybe not that color. No, that's just not the right color. This one is okay. Let's check some more out. What do I got? Ooh, I have a fun one. I have a fun number 2. See, I'll pretend like I'm only 26. That would be awesome. Actually not. I think I like it better when I kind of know what life is and not so crazy. I actually liked my 40s. Those were like Melissa entered into her 40s somewhat, I think, right? And that is the fun time, I think. For my life, that's the one that I like the best. Okay, girls, what do you think? Do I have too many buttons? But I have gears. You know, so I probably want a gear over here, and I'll probably put a gear like right there. So I just kind of lay things out. So that gear kind of doesn't show, so I'm going to use a brown one. There you go. Hopefully this is in your, am I not in your view again? I'm so sorry, girls. I do this all the time to you. Actually, I'm going to move my camera. Okay, there. That's a little better. Okay, I promise I'll try harder to not go off camera. So I'm going to stack a few gears. I need a blue one over here. Don't want to put too much clutter. You kind of want to maybe just a little one peeking out over here, maybe. Or not. Sometimes I don't want it to go too cluttery. I mean, you can stack. I like the flow of this. What do you guys think? Do you like the flow of this? Looking better? Or is it still too cluttery? That's not so bad. All right. The first one I'm going to glue down is this big button with my glossy accents. I like this little one here. So just turn it a little bit. Yeah, I need that extra 5 up there. Just kind of balances, the colors balance off each other, which is nice. Okay. Thank you, Julie. So when I'm done with this, I have that pad, the newer one of Tim Holtz. It's called Big Talk. Snarky, impertinent. So there's definite snarky in here, and there's some sayings that I want to put on here. So when we're done with this, I'm going to put them out. This one will be tricky because we don't want a lot of, you know, glossy accents on. This will be tricky to not mess up. Okay, so it's a little bit too far on the page for my taste, but I'm working with glossy accents, so we're just going to leave it. Better to leave it than to try to move that and fix it. It landed where it landed. I needed to bring my little Q-tips. That's all you got to have with this. I just didn't bring them down, unfortunately. Tracy Newman, good morning. Okay, so this one's gloppy in the middle. Spread it around. Then we're going to put this one. I'll be touching a lot up with that powder stuff. Oh boy. Stay there. Okay, so that one's layered. We will let that dry. We'll come over here and do this one. I don't even want to put it over the picture. I'm afraid I might drop a glossy accent drop on it. Okay. Put that one there. And then we'll do this one. These little globbers, get in there. Let's see, I had this one down here. Then I just want to stack the corner of this one on there. Okay, so we have a little bit of stuff going on. Everything is glued at the moment. Just let it dry. I'll be touching up all the shiny spots. So what I want to do is take out my snarky comment. I'm going to move this a little bit and let it dry while we work on a little sentiment. Okay, I'll try not to wreck this. And I have this cardboard I showed you before. My idea is to kind of get it on here but have some of this showing. So they have white and black. All his stuff is white or black. When you do get his snarky comments or other sentences, words, all kinds of different stuff. So I kind of liked this one. I wish retail therapy was covered by my health insurance. So I like that one. There's lots of stuff. Here, Melissa, your birthday is a perfect excuse to drink on a weekday. Oh, you're not on a weekday though, you're on a weekend. Oh well. I don't understand your specific kind of crazy, but I do admire your total commitment to it. I mean, some of these, you gotta take it personal, but don't probably send some to people. They might not like that. So I'm just, oh yeah, this is a good one, girls. Sometimes my greatest accomplishment is just keeping my mouth shut. Sometimes with teenagers, that's a good one. Perfect. So I'm just kind of looking at it, sizing it up here, kind of what I want. And my scissors, I'm just going to cut this quick. We want it to look a little rough. I don't want it to look perfect. Actually, I'm going to try to tear this because I like torn, tattered, and just out of the ordinary kinds of stuff. So I think that should fit. I know those are hilarious, I know. And they can be kind of not hilarious to some people, so kind of fun. So, you know, the cardboard looks really good with my background, so I'm not going to really cover up too much of it. But I will distressed ink a little bit to show off some of the edges, just to get them a little bit, even though this is black. This works better, like if I go down here. I hope I'm on camera for you. And I like to go over these a little bit just to highlight it on the edge. You know, we'll just kind of make it a little vintagey, little aged, a little messed up. Okay. So that's done. But I brought this linen impasto paint. I think we have some impastos left. I love this paint. I know it's more than your $1 to $2 one in Hobby Lobby. However, this paint is so much different. It's very thick. It's really cool. And I am just going to put a little bit out, tiny bit, and I'll use my fingers. That's why I have those scrubby things that are on the store that takes all this garbage off. So put a little bit on. I just want to kind of brush lightly over because, you know, just kind of sets it off, gives it a little bit more blending with the other stuff in my page. You know, so we have a little bit of the distressed ink, but I kind of want to just, I'm just dabbing, trying to just be real careful, just real light dab with your finger. I do a lot of stuff with the fingers, just brushes and, you know, work great, but sometimes you just have to get dirty and do it, and like this. Okay, I'll wipe this off. So that's all I wanted to do, just subtle, because I wanted to blend in. All right, then I'll just tell you now, this sticker is just too perfect. I will be cutting this at an angle. Okay, and it's just got too much black, so I'm going to cut it this way, probably crooked like I always do, but this page is about me. I always cut crooked. If I do it perfect, it's just not me. All right, it's really sticky, this one here, so that's good. It'll probably stay on without having to glue it. Okay, so I want this to stay on this chunk right here. Can you see that? Yep. Okay, how's my comments? All right, I think we're catching up with the computer here. So this is kind of perfect, but is this the one I was using? Sometimes I'll run the brown over it a little bit. I should check my battery. Actually, it doesn't show. Hopefully it's going well. But, you know, I can't, it's too stark. I have to have a little bit of, you know, browns and stuff. So I just rub this on just a hair, and you can see where it's a little brown, little tan, little white. Vintage photo, my favorite distressed ink, and my favorite new brushes. They're so nice because they're so little. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these on. And I think that might be it for this page. I'm going to bring the page back over. It's drying. Okay. Take the garbage over there. Let me see, how's the page? Are you guys looking at it okay? All right. So I kind of want to put this up here. Can you see it up? Yeah, okay, I got it. All right, so I'm going to put that up there, and all I have to do is tape it on. But see how I left this kind of open, but just that little bit of grunge kind of, and brings it kind of together. Maybe, you know, kind of hides some of the imperfections and stuff, or just adds to it. I mean, it's just fun to try new things and put different stuff on, and I know I like stuff like this. So this is the one part of me where I'm kind of like steampunkish, and I like this like vintage and rustic look, and the other side of me is totally opposite. But I have a rustic, very comfortable home. I love color. However, someday I want one room to be total shabby chic, totally shabby chic, because that's the other part of me. Oh, I love it. I just love shabby chic, but I can't live in it. It's not my comfort zone, where I just love like the fun, rustic, cozy browns and earthy fireplace. That's kind of cool. All right, we're just going to set this like right about here. And there you go. That's done. Even if these curl, you know, I don't want it all perfect, so I'll just curl it up a little bit. Just use your fingernail. Just kind of distress it on your own if you want. Okay. There. I'm done. Later on, I will touch up the glossy accents and get rid of the shiny. And I'll be probably using this powder and then another color of it to do that with. But this page is all done. Thank you, Tracy. What sentiment did I pick? I wish retail therapy was covered by my health insurance. And you know, it's really funny. I don't have health insurance. Can't afford that stuff. Actually, if I stay young at heart, I'm not going to age and get sick, right, girls? Ha ha ha. Or have an accident. Never say that, ever. Jinxing myself. Okay, I want to show you something. Thank you, Mackie. Thanks, Mel. I want to show you something from Monday night, girls. I am doing mixed media Monday night, and I had made this. It's just a paintbrush, really cheap dollar paintbrush at the hardware store. Our big one is like a lumberyard. It's called Menards. You guys might have them. And it's getting tattered. I'll have to glue that back together. I made this a long time ago intending to do something with it. So on Monday night, I'm going to use this brush, and I glued on a piece of chipboard. This one's Wysenenka. It's thinner. This is the one that you spray once and don't touch it because it's very frail. Then all I did was just put on some flowers that I had in my stash. What's funny is the papers I'm going to use Monday night to do a little mixed media project with and show you is kind of similar to these colors and a little shabby chic. So I'm excited because I love these colors. I love the shabby chic, and I'm going to do a canvas, but we're going to have to finish this brush. So that's the project sneak peek for Monday night. I hope you guys can join me. I usually do it about 7 o'clock Mountain. So yeah, in Eastern time, it's like 9 o'clock at night. If I can start earlier, I will if I can. A lot of times I have to get dinner for my family. But just wanted to show you that. Let's see if there's anything else I should tell you though. For this month so far, we are ordering the Greeting Farm stamps, new release, Mama Elephant, new release, Picket Fence, new release, and I also ordered some new Dreamerland because I'm almost out of Dreamerland stamps. So I ordered some in. They're so cool. They're the January release, and then some of the other ones that we always like. So those will be coming in. Dreamerland takes a while, so I don't have a date on them, but all these releases are around the 15th. So you want to look for that. And don't forget to go shopping in the store. So your code is SCRAPPY for 25% off. So the things that are marked sale, you will get 25% more off of those. The things in the clearance are already way marked down, and those you'll get even, I mean, some of that stuff you're going to probably have 90% off after you buy them with the 25% off. So you just need that one code and it'll take all the discounts off for you. But new arrivals and the digital stamps are not included in the sale today. And it's over at midnight. So hope you guys have a really great scrapbooking day. Celebrate our nice addictive habit that makes beautiful things. And then Amy will be on in a short while. Probably, it looks like an hour and a half. Amy's coming on. So look forward to her. In this evening at 6 o'clock Mountain Time, Melissa will be on. And that's 8 o'clock her time. She's on the East Coast. So she's making a late Saturday night after probably a little bit of nice dinner. Right, Melissa? She's going to celebrate her birthday. So thanks, girls. Have a really fun day. Participate in our games and stuff, and come back in about an hour and a half and you'll see Amy. And I see the glare. Boy, oh boy. Sorry, girls. The page probably looks a little bit better if I push it up a little bit, not so glary. I'll learn this camera stuff. One day I'll get it right, but hey, you know, it just takes a bit. Okay, well, you guys have a great crafty day. I will check out Amy's in a little while too. See you around. Thanks, girls. Bye.